Hello to you boys and girls, and also to our parents. I'd like you to listen to my message if you're a Christian and you're interested in listening to the Easter story. I have a special message for the children. So those of you that are listening at school, your teachers will put up the video for you, and those that are at home watching, I'd like your parents to show you my short story. It's all about what Easter really means to us. Now, we celebrate Easter with the Easter bunny bringing us Easter eggs, which are often hidden in the garden. But this is not why we really celebrate Easter. But I'll get to that story. This coming Friday is known as Good Friday. This day reminds us that Jesus was living on earth and that he died on the cross. Now, many of you have heard that. The people in the time when he was living were very upset and cross because he called himself the Son of God. And how dare he call himself the Son of God? And they put him on trial, and they decided that he was guilty of lying, and they decided to give him a punishment of crucifixion, which was the worst punishment that he could get in that time, even though he was really speaking the truth. But God had decided long ago, before that he would send his Son to earth, and that he would die so that we can be saved from our sins. So God sent him to earth for a very good reason. After his death, they buried him in a cave and rolled a huge stone in front of it. There were even soldiers guarding the grave to make sure that nobody stole his body. But after 3 days, when his mother's friends got to his grave, the huge stone had been moved and Jesus was gone. He was alive again, and he appeared at various occasions in front of about 500 people. And that is why we really celebrate Easter. Is because Jesus is still alive today, and we as Christians believe that. Now, I want to tell you something about the foods that we get during Easter that we find in the shops. Firstly, we get the well-known hot cross bun. So here you can see I've got a hot cross bun. Now, buns were used for many years to celebrate special functions like Easter and Christmas. And someone started to give buns to the poor people in this time, and they imprinted a cross on the bun, and this eventually over the years became a sign of the cross on which Jesus died. And even now, during Easter, we buy hot cross buns to remind us that Jesus died on the cross. So if you eat an Easter egg or a hot cross bun, remember what the bun stands for, and that the cross is for the cross that Jesus died on. Now, the next thing I've got here is a lovely big Easter egg. Now, if we were at school and in the hall, then I would have given this to a lucky child that would get this as a special gift. Now, we all enjoy eating these Easter eggs during Easter time. Now, in the past, eggs, like normal eggs, were actually a luxury item, and not everybody could afford eggs. And so when it was Christmas or Easter time, they used to stop eating it to remind them of the new life and of the spring that is coming. And if you open this egg, you'll see that it's hollow inside. There's nothing inside. And the people say that this reminds them of the cave or the grave in which Jesus was buried, and eventually it was empty when Jesus rose from the dead. So the Easter egg actually reminds us of Jesus and the empty grave. So when you eat the Easter egg, remember that, the empty tomb of Jesus. Now, Christians believe that Jesus is with us now as our friend, even though we can't see him. And so we will all as Christians celebrate Easter this weekend. This gives us new life, that like a chick that hatches from the egg. And that's why we burn candles, and you can see I'm burning candles here at the back. Because God has given us new life, just as a chicken comes out of this egg that has new life. God gave us new life after Jesus died. So please remember this when you eat your Easter eggs and your hot cross buns this Easter. And remember that Jesus died on the cross for our sins, and that we must always be thankful for that and have a new life and be free of sin. Have a lovely weekend.